Background of the business Power Line Transmission Amsterdam Berhad. Established 12 September 2000. Industry telecommunication and power transmission. Location at Subang Jaya, Selangor. Expertise is broadband efficiency and communication system deployment, offering the premium Wi-Fi solution for household and SMEs. Workforce is 11 until 15 employees across technical, customer service, sales and marketing teams, supervised by a management team led with strategy goals. The technology and tools that this company use is CRM and ERP system for customer, inventory and financial management. The network monitoring tools for service and delivery, and lastly HRMS for payroll and employee management. The commitment for this company is continuous innovation and adoption of advanced technologies to meet evolving client needs. And lastly, the vision is to significantly advance power transmission and telecommunication in Malaysia.
Hi, I am Shamin and I will give explanation on the context diagram. Context diagram for the sales process involve illustrating the flow of information and interaction between the system and its external entities. Sales process is the main activity in this context diagram. It also represents the core of how the company manages customer orders and payment. All the external entities will interact with this central process, which is sales process. The internal entities for the sales process are customer, warehouse, credit department, delivery department, accounting department, and third-party technician hired by the company. The process begins and ends with the customer, and as you can see, customer will provide order request, purchase order, and payments for the sales process, and customer will receive quotation, order confirmation, and goods or invoice from the sales process. Next, for the warehouse department will provide stocks verification and prepare items for delivery. And for the credit department, they will receive customer credit application and provide credit approval to the process. Next, delivery department will manage the delivery of items and update the delivery status to the sales process upon the completion of the delivery. And accounting department will track payments for the sales process and issues invoice for the process. Accounting department also plays a important role in financial control and reporting, and our last external entities for this process is third-party technician, which is they are responsible for handling Wi-Fi installation requests from the sales process. Next, I will explain the data flows between external entities and the system. Each of the arrows represent the flow of data or action between the sales process and the external entities. For example, the data flow from customer to sales process are purchase order, payment, and request order. From sales process to accounting department is payment information. From warehouse to the process is prepare item. And all of this interaction will ensure that smooth operation and communication between different entities. This context diagram of sales process for Power Line Transmission Sdn Bhd provide a very high level view of the sales process, and it does not go into system level details but focus on the interaction between the process and the external entities. That's all from me. Thank you.
The data flow diagram illustrates the key process involved in a business system, focusing on how information flows between the entities. The process begins when the customer making an inquiry about product or services, guided by the details provided in the catalog. Based on the inquiry, a quotation is generated, including the pricing details. Once the customer reviews the quotation and places an order, it is processed through the receive order function. To ensure the customer's creditworthiness, the credit department evaluates the order via a credit check process. Upon approval, an approved sales order is issued, allowing the order to proceed. The system coordinates with the warehouse to verify the stock availability by issuing a stock release request. The warehouse references the stock record to confirm the quantity. If additional service such as installation or technical works are needed, the system issues a service order to a third-party technician or outsources the workers. After stock is confirmed, the items are prepared in the pick good process, verified, and then moved to the ship good function. Shipping details are then recorded in the shipping log, and the goods are dispatched by the delivery department to the customer. The accounting department prepares a sales invoice based on the customer order and updates the account receivable records to track the outstanding payment in the account receivable subsidiary ledger. Financial data is further summarized and posted to the general ledger records, supported by the journal voucher stored in the journal voucher file. Simultaneously, inventory updates are made in the inventory subsidiary ledger to reflect products sold. If the inventory level falls below a threshold, an EOQ is triggered and a purchase requisition is generated. Lastly, all sales transactions are recorded in sales journal, providing a detailed summary for reporting and for audit purposes.
The flowchart depicts the interconnected processes across 4 key departments: sales, credit, warehouse, and accounting, in managing customer orders, approvals, fulfillment, and payment processing. It illustrates the logical flow of the tasks and the coordination required among these departments to ensure efficient operations and customer satisfaction. The process begins in the sales department, where customer orders are initially received and reviewed for accuracy and completeness. Once verified, the sales team creates a sales order and forwards it to the credit department for further processing. Upon receiving approval from the credit department, the sales team confirms the order with the customer and prepares a sales invoice. 2 copies of the invoice are generated. One is sent to the customer and the other is passed to the accounting department for payment tracking and financial recording. In the credit department, the focus is on assessing the financial credibility of the customer. This is achieved through a credit check, which determines whether the customer is eligible to proceed with the order. If the credit check is approved, the sales record is updated and the process continues. However, if the credit check is declined, the order is halted. The credit department also maintains a credit history file, which serves as a reference for tracking customer payment behavior and the outcomes of past credit evaluations. Once the sales order is cleared by the credit department, the responsibility shifts to the warehouse department. Here, the warehouse team picks the required merchandise as specified in the sales order and prepares a shipping notice. The merchandise is then packed and handed over to a shipping partner by delivery to the customer. Meanwhile, the warehouse updates its stock record to reflect the reduction in inventory, ensuring that stock levels remain accurate and up to date. The final stage of the process involves the accounting department, which begins its work upon receiving the invoice copy from the sales department. The accounting team updates the ledger and the account receivable file to document the financial aspects of the transaction. Once payment is received, the department prepares a receipt completing the financial cycle for the order. The flowchart also includes connectors labeled A and B to show how documents and information move between departments. Connector A represents the link between the sales and accounting departments, particularly for handling invoices and payments. Connector B links the sales and warehouse departments, facilitating the transition from order processing to fulfillment. Overall, the flowchart demonstrates how each department contributes to the seamless handling of customer orders, emphasizing collaboration, efficiency, and accuracy at every stage. It reflects the importance of structured processes in assuring that customer needs are met while maintaining proper financial and inventory management.